Today we're checking out the SilverCrest mini deep fat fryer. Now this looks really neat, and for $17.99 I'm hoping that it works a treat. It's got the temperature controls on it, the little frying basket. It all comes apart for easy cleaning. It looks quite tidy. There was actually one open in the shop, so we got to have a little look inside. And basically it looks so neat that we decided to pick one up. So there's what it does. It's high quality, adjustable temperature, removable lid with window, and that's quite handy that you can see how everything's going inside while it's cooking. The little frying basket. The cord stores away, and it looks really neat and tidy and shouldn't take much space in a cupboard. So let's get it out of the box and see what we're looking at. So we've got the user manual. This has the basic care guide, cleaning instructions. It's got a table with a guide to foods and temperatures. And there is, I noticed, another table in here somewhere, which gives you foods, weights, temperature, and a rough guide to how long these things will take to cook. And this manual is in several languages. It looks really neat and really smart. We've got the basic on-off switch here, the temperature control, the rough guide on the front as well, which is handy so you're not having to go back to that manual. I quite like this lid release switch here, and I do like how it's got the glass lid. Obviously we're just seeing the reflection in there at the minute, but you'll be able to see what's cooking in there. And then we've got the basket. Now it's not a huge basket. This is probably perfect for 1 or 2 people for frying up, and maybe if you're doing quite a bit of food you'd have to do food in small batches and then keep warm in the oven, say for instance. And we've got the handle there, we'll pop that on in a second. The cord is a fairly reasonable length. They're never huge, the cords on these appliances, but that's not too bad. I did have to refer to the instructions for this, looking at all these. I was wondering where it was going to go. I was kind of putting it here, but it actually goes inside the basket and hooks through, and then you click it back into place. So this is holding the basket handle right in place and quite secure. And then when you pop your basket in, it sits nicely there, and when we close the lid you can see the little notches come down over the handle and it sits into place. So I've cleaned this up and it's ready to go. I've been having a flick through the manual. It's got all kinds of tips and hints in here. There's information on fresh foods and frozen foods and oils, which oils to use and how to deal with hard fats. I've decided to make some homemade chips, and I have followed the guidance on here to do that. So just like it says in the booklet, I've cut these to roughly all the same size width-wise, so they should all cook at a similar time. I've soaked them for the last hour in the water just to release any starch, and I'll give them a rinse, and I will dry them off as much as possible, and that should just stop them spitting when they go into the fryer. I've done a little bit of Googling, and I've learned that sunflower oil is the best oil to use for deep frying chips, apparently. So we've got some of that to use as well. So let's get that oil in the fryer, heat it up, and we'll dry our chips off and get them in there. Okay, so we've heated that oil up in the pan. That has took about 6-7 minutes or something, and the green light has just come on to indicate it's up to temperature, which is 170 that we've got it on for chips. So we've dried these chips off as much as possible. That's definitely a generous portion there for at least 2 or 3 people as a side. We're going to pop that in with the oil and let that do its thing. So obviously the lid's steamed up there, but as it settles, hopefully we'll be able to see through there what's going on. And I'm going to time that for 7 minutes. So this has been running now for 7 minutes, just over. It's been bubbling away and there's been lots of steam coming out, so you might want to work in a ventilated place or under the extractor fan. So we're going to flick that switch off. So let's settle. Now let's see. I can see a lot of oil or steam running down the back there. Obviously these are red hot and they look good. A nice colour. Obviously the 7 minutes is just a guide, depends how thick your chips are, maybe what oil you're using, and maybe even the potatoes. So I'm going to let these drain off on the paper towel and then we'll give them a taste test. So there we have it. They are cooked to perfection. Now we like our chips with salt and vinegar. Sometimes we like gravy, sometimes we'll eat some ketchup. That's amazing. Light, fluffy, tasty. That's a winner, chippy dinner. So there we have it. That's the SilverCrest mini deep fat fryer from the middle of Lidl. We're really happy with this. It's working out great for us. A couple of things that we really like about it are the size. It's compact and easy to store away, so it doesn't have to sit on the worktop all the time, but it does hold a decent portion of food. We also absolutely love this opening button. So when it's hot, you don't need to go anywhere near the lid. You can just press the button to release it, and then you've got access to your food. We love it. So I hope that was useful for someone. Thanks for watching.